Well, hello again. It's Ruth Hay back to talk to you about books and writing. Oh, you thought I had gone away somewhere? You thought I'd forgotten about YouTube? Well, to tell you the truth, the last part of 2020 was a really tricky time around the Hay House, and I had a lot of very important things on my mind that were not related to books. However, I did continue writing because that's the way I keep my sanity, particularly in difficult times. I had spoken about my most recent series that began in 2020. It is called Home Truths, and I chose that title because it's about a family, and I may have spoken to you about Elizabeth, the matriarch of the family. It's about a family with 3 children and a number of problems, and certainly at the beginning of the book, those problems have not been resolved. So it's a little bit more hard-hitting than my usual series, and it is a series of 4 books which are now completed. So you may have seen or heard about the first title, Family Matters, that introduces all the characters. And there are several generations in this book, in fact, in the series. So there's a lot to talk about. Now, in the second book, Family Secrets, not only am I dealing with what is happening in the present, because I am a contemporary women's fiction writer, and I wanted to deal with the times in which we live. In this series, Family Secrets, the second book, actually delves way into the past. And this house becomes really important in the story, and I learned to love every part of it, and I think you will enjoy it too. So the story advances, and in book 3, Family Bonds, we have moved along, and our protagonist, Elizabeth, has moved along a lot, and she's beginning to make a life for herself. But no mother of 3 children can ever forget about her children and her children's problems. So in the 4th and final book, which is now available, it's called Family Futures. Now, in order to write about family futures, I made a bold decision, and I hope it works out for you as a reader. That decision was to take the time frame of the book and of the series forward 6 years into the future. And I'm hoping that in that time, coronavirus will be a memory. There will be some adjustments in society, but the chances of people traveling to other countries and pursuing some of the stories I had set up were much better in the future than in the present, either this year or in the next few years. So my protagonist and her 3 children are able to travel and resolve some of the problems and secrets that have arisen through the series. And that worked out quite well for me as a storyteller. I hope it will work out quite well for you as the reader. Now, I finished that series and I moved on to something else. I always move on to something else. But this time I kind of moved backwards instead of forwards. You will know that my primetime series is very popular, and it was my very first series, and it covers a lot of ground in the story of Anna Mason Drake. Now, I decided I was going to go back to the series and write a 9th book. Well, that was kind of tricky because Anna starts out this new book, and the new book is called Anna in Exile, so that'll give you an idea. She's kind of trapped in London, Ontario. It's just about Christmas. There's snow everywhere, but her heart is thinking about the house outside Oban in Scotland, where Ashley and her husband Edmund are now married and settled. Anna would love to be there, but she can't travel on her own, and she can't travel because of the COVID problems, so she's stuck. So the story has to figure out a way in which Anna can safely go from Canada all the way over to Scotland in the time of the coronavirus. Now that happens because of Ashley. You'll remember that Ashley is the one who wrote the memoir of Anna's life with Lauren. She wrote it when Anna was in Scotland after having chickenpox, and the two of them were in that house alone. Now, the book has since become very famous. So that is a key as to how Anna and Ashley managed to travel from Canada back to Scotland. I enjoyed writing it. Now, I haven't got the cover to show you yet, but I have seen it and it looks really, really sharp. It will fit in with the series. So will there be a 10th primetime book? I don't know, and I certainly don't want to do it right now. In fact, I started something else, but I'll talk to you about that another time because it's just at the beginning stages. But I'm enjoying it nonetheless. I hope you enjoy the writing too. Bye for now.